The snow's really coming down now. Goodness, it's snowing like crazy out there. Check this out. Oh. Yeah, it's snowing pretty good today. It's even colder than it was yesterday. Time to get set up.
Welcome to Journey. This is our first journey ever.
So we have this setup with the lights. I figure why not use the setup to talk about our passage for today. It is day 269 and we are covering Matthew chapter 12, the first 21 verses, Mark chapter 3, and then Luke chapter 6. These three Gospels, they all have one story similar. Some of them have a story that's unique to them that you don't find in the other two, and some of them have, like, two of them have the same story. There's a lot happening here. While we've read it in another Gospel, we see again this story of the disciples plucking the heads of grain and eating them on the Sabbath, and Jesus having his discourse from that narrative. All three of these Gospels have the narrative of Jesus healing the man with the withered hand on the Sabbath. There are stories of Jesus traveling, and there's a great crowd that's following him, and he's healing them and making well those who are sick that are in the crowd. We also see the calling of the 12 apostles in these passages. And we're going to dive more into this tomorrow, but Luke chapter 6, the last part of it, starts diving into the Sermon on the Mount. And Luke chapter 6 has a very condensed version of what we find in Matthew 5 through 7. As I was reading Matthew's account of Jesus healing the man with the withered hand, I was just blown away by something that happened specifically in that narrative. So obviously, Jesus doing this good thing on the Sabbath made the Pharisees very upset. And the Pharisees sought to conspire against him to try to catch him in some sort of a bad act or even to kill him. And because of this, in Matthew's account, we see that this is the reason why Jesus withdraws from them. And him withdrawing from them and having this multitude of people follow him, it actually was a fulfillment of Old Testament prophecy that we find in Isaiah chapter 42 in verses 1 through 3. And that was just so encouraging as I was reading that today, that the Pharisees, while they were trying to get rid of Jesus and even their conspiring against him caused Jesus to withdraw from them, which ends up fulfilling messianic prophecy, is just a reminder that you could have some of the most staunch and most against God people out there. And not only will they not overcome God's plan, but in some ways they'll actually fulfill God's plan. This doesn't in any way approve of someone's sinfulness or the wrong that they're doing, but it just shows God's power that even he takes those who are against him and who are trying to do things that are contrary to his plan in his name. In a way, fulfill God's purpose and plan. It's just cool and encouraging. I was so encouraged by that today. Well, still snowing. Dinner. Tonight is the very first night of small group that's starting in the Meadows. It's very exciting. Connect with some people tonight and we're gonna have a good time. I don't think I'm gonna film any of it, just so you know.